This is a linear growth problem. Lily is running a race and is trying to raise money. She says that it's $6 for the first lap ran and an additional $6 for each lap after. So for the graph, this is what it would look like. Your zero value would be 6, and each lap ran you would add another $6. The recursive rule for this pattern is a now next equation. So the start would be 6, because that's how much money she's raised before she's ran any laps. And the now next equation would be next equals now plus 6, because that's how much money she gets each lap ran. For the explicit rule, it's going to be in y equals mx plus b form. It's in a linear equation. So the equation would be y equals 6, because that's how much money she starts with, plus 6x, because you're doing $6 times every lap ran. So now we're going to make a prediction on how much money will be raised after Lily has ran 15 laps. So we're going to plug in our previous equation, which was y equals 6 plus 6x. And now we're going to do y equals 6 plus 6 times 15, because that's how many laps she's running. So after you've plugged it into your calculator, you will find that your answer comes out to 96, and that's how much money Lily will have raised after she runs 15 laps. So now we're going to graph our data. So in your calculator, go to y equals and put in 6 plus 6x, and then press the graph button. When your graph comes up, it should look like this. It's going to be a straight line because it's linear, and when it's linear, it's usually consistent. Now we will move on to exponential growth. Julia is also running in the race. She says that you should start with $1, the first lap should be worth $2, and each lap after should double. Fill in the graph for after 10 laps. After you have filled in the graph, check to see if yours matches the one that I have placed above. Now we will write the recursive rule. So the start for this one is 1, because before you run any laps, you always have $1. Next equals now times 2, because each time the amount you have is doubled. For the explicit rule, it's going to be y equals 1 times 2 to the x power, because the 1 is your start and the 2 is your timesing rate. Now we will make a prediction of how much money will be raised after 15 laps. So we are going to plug in our previous equation, which was y equals 1 times 2 to the x power. And then we're going to rewrite that, and we're going to do 1 times 2 to the 15th, because that's how many laps will be ran. And after you've plugged that into your calculator, you will find that she will have $32,768 raised. Now you're going to graph your data again. So in your calculator, you're going to go to y equals and put in 1 times 2 to the x power. And then when you hit graph, this should come up. And you're going to see that there's a slight curve to the graph because this is exponential.